Welcome back to the Daily Horror Cast. Today we have a short story written by none other than Mustache Man. Um, it's a short story, two paragraph short story, um, and it's titled Atonia. Yeah, so let's get right into it. The sweat pooled under my back and suctioned me to the bed like a plunger. My forehead was as hot as iron. Hey, stop. No, it's not going there. All right. Thoughts? Okay, we'll just start with your
Just
thoughts
just
after
read.
that.
Just
Okay.
read.
Okay.
Just read.
And
Crazy intro.
it's not even that is the thing. It's not going that
Just
direction.
read it. Just
Okay.
I need to hear what direction it's going
The
in.
sweat pooled
Yeah,
under
you're
my
right.
back and suctioned me to the bed like a plunger. It's not going that direction. My forehead was as hot as an iron, and my eyes crusted with tired exhaustion. I couldn't move my body any more than I could close my eyes. Torture of a Victorian slave would be no worse than this, for my mind and body were being wrenched between the reality of my situation and the fallacy of it being reciprocated. Which of these dreams were true? Was I dreaming now or before this event took place? Was the reality of the situation just a battlefield for the demons and angels in my mind, or was this being truly staring me down from my bedroom door? The swift movements of the empty figure washed towards me like a torturous metronome ticking it to my mind's frequency's despair. Its hands reached out to me with endless fingers that seemed to cross the entire room just to be near me. My body is frozen in terror, or is it frozen by the power of this being trapping me? The steps it takes are effortless, as if gliding across the floor on skates, noiseless. The sweat continues to trickle down my forehead as I begin to hyperventilate, wondering what this thing wants with me. This empty black void in the shape of a slender, tall man continues towards me, almost vibrating as it closes in on me, suffocating my lungs with robust, blackened hatred. My fear, as I thought peaked, was not nearly maximized until the realization of my love lying next to me. My eyes shook side to side with torturous veracity, eyeing for an escape from this hell. I wept. Lord help. I don't want to go back to sleep tonight. I fear what might return, for what was cast away from me. I fear that dark void will envelop me again for good. The end.
Mm.
I told you it
Mm.
wasn't going in that direction.
It should have.
Whatever.
It still can.
It
We're
can,
two paragraphs
but
deep.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever. It's supposed to be just a two paragraph story.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
So like, yeah, like, kind of like it's getting the vibes of like sleep paralysis in a way. Like,
Bingo.
yeah.
It's just his story.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So basically, this was just a story of what happened to me the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's the first time
Please.
first time I've had sleep paralysis in the last or not the first time. It's the most recent occurrence of sleep paralysis that I've had. I think the last time was like 4 years ago that I got it.
Okay.
But I got it 2 nights ago. So I wrote this short story about it. But yeah, you hit
Scary
the nail
stuff.
on the head.
Nice.
Yeah.
Um, I have a quick question about sleep paralysis because I don't think, yeah, I haven't had an experience like this. So like, are you legitimately like awake or is it still kind of like you feel like you're like under REM sleep, but like it looks like your eyes are, it's almost like you're kind of like looking at yourself
What I would
sleeping.
um what I would explain it as, you know what locked in syndrome is?
No,
So it's
or I
basically
haven't heard of it
when you're
before.
in your body like you're fully conscious. You're not. A lot of times, doctors will uh, or misdiagnose locked in syndrome with being in a coma, but it's different because in a coma you don't really know what's going on outside of the world, but locked in syndrome you do. So you're fully bodily paralyzed, all the way
But
to your
there's ways.
senses, like lips and stuff like that. But
But technically,
you
if
see
like
what's
there's a
going
way,
on in the world around you. That's kind of what
are
it
you
feels
able
like.
to kind of like communicate too in that somehow?
Just through thoughts.
Just your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Not even like, do your eyes move at all? Like, just by like kind of like
Your
looking left
yeah,
and
your
right,
eyes
up and
can
down.
like shift like that, but everything else is kind of stiff,
So
completely
like, if
paralyzed.
someone was in this locked in syndrome, they could technically like
They could give signals
answer
that they're
yes and
not
no
in a coma.
questions and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like they could go up, down for or yes, no,
Yeah.
something like that.
Interesting.
But that's basically what it is.
So that's kind of like how it feels. Is like
Mm-hmm.
you're ultimately present, but you just can't
Mm-hmm.
actually legitimately move.
Yeah,
Wow, dude. That's it's crazy
Crazy.
it is
because like
scary,
that's definitely it's got to be a mental thing at that point,
dude. It's
or
freaky.
almost or it's almost like your fucking subconscious took over and like you actually can't like move or anything like that. Like it's just kind of like doing whatever it's doing and then you kind of just
Mm-hmm.
caught it in the act of like taking your body over or some shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I think sometimes with like someone who's like a sleepwalker is like that's clearly got to be like your subconscious like taking your
Oh
body
yeah.
over in the night and then just doing whatever the fuck it wants and then like you don't really realize it consciously.
Yeah, like someone sleepwalks, goes grabs a glass of milk. It's like,
Yeah, it's like
dog,
technically it's them,
what?
but it's
Your body
not
needs
really
the
them.
calcium, obviously.
Yeah, it's like it's
Your
like
body's
Your body's
you
telling
like,
you something.
like,
you're
dude, you need
passed out and your
milk.
body's like, dude, you're fragile right now.
Yeah.
You
Go
need
get
milk,
some
buddy.
milk.
You need milk.
You need it.
But yeah, I mean, freaky stuff. We need to do an episode like deep diving sleep paralysis and the demons and stuff that
Yeah.
are often seen in it. Because that was what freaked me out the most. Uh, was basically I was asleep and I was having a dream of like ghost encounter type things, and then I woke
Mm.
up in my bed, but I didn't fully wake up. So I was
Yeah.
in that locked in syndrome type thing, and there was a dark
Yeah.
figure in the doorway, and it started slowly creeping towards and closer and closer and closer, and then I did fully wake up after that.
Damn.
But how does that work? Do you close your eyes and then like wake up again? Like or do you just like your eyes are open and you can just finally move?
Um, the yeah, I mean, for me, it's the the couple times that have happened recently this year and then like 4 years ago. That's not really recently, but basically like your eyes are open like this and then you close them and then you reopen them kind of like that, and then you get you actually wake up. It's like
Now,
you go from a dream to a slightly less dream into fully awake.
that was gonna be my next question. You don't think it like was like a hyper realistic feeling dream,
It's
and
almost
then like
it's almost like that's what it is. Like, you know, when you're like the DMT cart, how people see the little gnomes running around.
the DMT gnomes are
Uh
real?
huh. But everything else is normal. That's kind of like what it is. You're not fully in the trip, you're not fully in the dream, but there's
Yeah.
some things that are still like, hey, that's reminiscent of a dream. That's
Well,
reminiscent of a trip.
You're just microdosing a nightmare, basically.
this is
This
that
exactly,
what
which
you
is
brought
even
up is definitely
scarier than a real nightmare.
what you brought up with the DMT is definitely another topic we should talk about in another
Yeah.
episode. But there is the DMT realm, and it's a real thing. And there's a university doing a study on it
On
and
DMT
trying to map
gnomes.
it out. No, they're trying to map out the
Realm.
DMT
Oh, the
realm.
DMT realm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard about that before.
crazy.
That
But
is insane.
I was gonna like mention too. I've had, I think, a few times where I've basically like dreamt, and I would say for the most part I kind of dream almost not every night, but like a couple times a week. And there was this one time I was sleeping, and then I remember it was basically like I was like in the eyes of like what seemed to be like a spider like um creature that was right above me sleeping, and then it was kind of like going down to me, and
Like
then like basically
teabagging
right
you?
when it got right
Just
when it
gave you a
got
little
to my
kiss.
face is right when I woke up and I freaked out, and I thought there was something like right there, like
Mm-hmm.
right above me,
You
about to
wake
like
up and
land
there's a
on me.
big ass spider
And like
just
yeah,
looking at you.
dude, that's what it felt like. And like you could even like ask like louder, like I jumped up and everything. It was like freaking out in the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
like hyperventilating almost, like going like literally looking around for something.
For the
And
spider.
then yeah, I was looking for the spider that was about to drop on me, that I saw like in my dream, like forecasting to me like what was about to happen.
Mm.
Um and then like she's like, what's going on? What? And then I just kind of didn't see anything, and then I was just like nothing, and then just kind of went back to bed at that point, kind of confused. And then I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that's spooky.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I've never had sleep paralysis because everything that I've seen or felt when I'm in the process of waking up has been in fact real.
There's a lot of spooky stories.
That
But
is
hey,
real crazy.
that's not to say that the sleep paralysis demon isn't real.
No, they're real.
No, they're real.
Because it's just, you know, it's a ghost just like the other ghosts.
I just get the fucking real demons.
But
He
yeah,
gets the real demons.
I just get the
Freaky
real ones
stuff.
that are like, all right, we're just gonna hit him at all times of the day. We're just screw this guy.
I would love to hear more about this, Bryson,
There's a
on
lot of
another
them.
episode.
it's a topic
There's a
for
lot.
another day.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of them, Kyle.
Start
Dude.
at the Kingwood house.
Well, I could just tell you a quick one, Kyle, because it has to do with sleep.
Okay,
And
yeah,
this wasn't my Kingwood house. This
Oh, was
was
this the recent one?
this is the
Okay.
most recent one.
Yeah, this is a good one to tell.
So I was living with my sister and a friend of ours. Okay,
Uh-huh.
this was like just after peak COVID, so like the end of 2020, almost beginning of 2021.
Mhm.
So they're out there, they're watching like a movie or something, and I can't remember exactly what I was watching, but I fell asleep. And all of a sudden, I get pushed, like almost off the bed. Like I was pushed hard. And I go out to the living room pissed off. And I'm like, why did you do that? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what one of you went into my room and just pushed me? Like, for no reason. And they're like, we've literally been here the whole time watching this movie. And I'm like, I was almost pushed off the bed. And then they both slept in the living room that night. And yeah, because they were too scared to be in their rooms. And I went back to bed, but
I would have gone back to bed because the living room is just a larger space for shit to hide in.
no, exactly. But I was just chilling in my room and passed out. And next thing I know, I was sleeping like on my back facing the wall. And
So like
I
you're kind of like
probably
in the
had,
corner, basically.
yeah, I probably had like a foot from my chest to like the end of the bed.
Yeah.
And was like face down, like almost face off the bed,
Yeah.
like moved. And that's when I went out there pissed off because I was like, okay, it's like a twitch or something. That's like explainable,
Yeah.
But the fact that I was pushed, I was like, I didn't do that in my sleep.
Like a
Like that
full
wasn't.
body muscle
Yeah,
spasm.
like it. That would have been the craziest muscle spasm I have
Mhm.
ever experienced to twitch my entire body like
Dude, your
that.
chakras were just aligning.
Dude, for real.
Simple.
Was there anything else odd like when you were there and stuff like that? That was just
Dude, that
like
house.
the
I mean,
feeling, like anything like that.
it was 100% the shit that my sister brought into that house.
Oh, you think your sister brought it in?
Not necessarily the fucking being itself, but the energy.
Like
All
it
the
got attached to
she
her. Not
she
necessarily she
she
intentionally
liked
brought it.
she liked like vintage stuff,
Oh,
right?
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
our house, top to bottom, we had vaulted ceilings, top to bottom, just filled with like 100-plus-year-old antique stuff that she found at like Goodwill.
Dude, that will do it, bro.
It'll be like mirrors and paintings, and I'm like, dog, if you're scared, don't bring a mirror into the house. Those are like,
Dude,
She brought
portal.
home the
Those are
Annabelle
like-
doll, no big deal.
yeah. She's
Yeah, I
like,
found this.
oh, I robbed it from their actual museum.
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
went
cute.
to Rex
It's the real
Wagons.
one.
It's antique. I like it. It's cute.
Yeah,
Don't diss it.
yeah. It's just a Raggedy Ann doll. What's your point?
Exactly.
I'm like, wait,
This is a
That's the
classic
doll.
This is a classic doll.
This is a classic find straight out of their museum.
Yeah.
I'm like, put it back, please.
Dude, that's
Mhm.
crazy, man. That's
But-
oh,
No,
man.
the Kingwood stories they're a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Those are a lot more like, I don't know how to word it.
We'll do an episode on those.
Yeah,
We'll do
we'll
an
have to
episode on
actually
the
deep dive the
Kingwoods,
Kingwood place.
And then we'll do an episode on just like any of our other
yeah,
individual scares and stuff like that.
yeah. The
Haunts.
Kingwood house though is a episode in itself because
Yeah.
there's just a lot that happened.
We could do a small
Haunted house.
We could do a small like 5-minute video mini series of
Yeah.
of different stories.
Yeah, a lot of people died there.
That'd be fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well.
that's it for today's episode. Like we said,
From the sleep paralysis story to all of our sleep stories.
we will cover some other spooky real stories that have happened to all of us in the future, in future
Yep.
episodes.
Yeah, I got a couple for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment down below if you have any spooky stories that you'd like to share.
I woke up one night and Kyle was in my bed.
This has been the Daily Horrorcast.
Comment down below if you're jealous or not.
Peace.